Intellectuals such as Achille Mbembe and Celestin Monga called for a post-colonial consciousness that would free Africa not just from French influence, but from the internal habits of dependence. Mbembe wrote, "The post-colony is haunted by the ghosts of both empire and nation. The challenge is to invent a new time, outside the cycle of tutelage and resentment." Meanwhile, Africa's demographics changed. The majority of citizens had been born after independence. For them, the French connection felt less like protection and more like a leash. In 1990, François Mitterrand delivered his famous speech in La Baule, promising that French aid would henceforth depend on democracy. It sounded like a moral revolution. In reality, aid continued to flow to old allies regardless of elections. When the Cold War ended, France lost the excuse of anti-communism, but not the habit of interference. The figure of Thomas Sankara refused to die. He had been killed in 1987, but his words, recorded in dusty archives and shared in classrooms, returned like prophecy. Our revolution is not against any country. It is against the system of exploitation, he had declared. To speak of sovereignty after Sankara meant speaking of dignity, environmental care, and women's liberation, not just borders. His death became a shorthand for the price of autonomy in a world still policed by old empires.